Good evening. It's 9:53 p.m., but I clocked at 7 minutes fast. On the 31st of May, 2020, Sunday evening. And my cousin Diane is dead. She was in a nursing home for something, but they took her to the hospital, and she died, and supposedly died of, well, what they got going on. So we're left to wonder if they murdered her for the numbers or if they just misdiagnosed her after death, you know? Only those who know what she was in the nursing home for originally know what the possibilities are, right? But either way, I opened the gate for her in the Astralscape, armed her to the teeth, and hooked her up with minions and loosed her on those who are doing this shit. Yeah, everyone who thinks to benefit from it. And then, yeah, there was the necessity for, cursing and sending time-traveling angels of death after the protesters and everyone who wanted them to do it, and everyone who geeked them up to do it, and everyone who has an agenda would benefit from it, anyone who would benefit from it, the riots and the looting and shit. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of shit getting hit. Just the reciprocity is gonna, open the door for more shit, I don't know, maybe real martial law, right? But then we kind of give them a chance, and every time they get to congregate, they get more mean and more self-serving, more self-absorbed, more about themselves. Just get out of church and do some mean shit, have a mean communication with you or something, you know what I'm saying? Disregard your feelings about shit, So it's kind of makes you want to hit the demographic with curses and shit so that they can't congregate anymore. I mean, every time they congregate, they gotta be mean. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Attack retarded people and shit. So, yeah. Maybe we got real martial law about to kick in, because maybe that agenda got blessed instead of cursed inadvertently, by cursing the entities. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes backwards weird shit like that can happen. Because we know that the prophecies in the Revelation of John, and Daniel and shit, they're talking about the Christian demographic, And it's like, well, look how dangerous they are. They run amok, burning down, ministries and taking lives and taking wives, all kinds of weird, fucked up shit. And it's like, the church would be like, hey, they don't even the pastor don't even call motherfucker to say, hey, that retarded guy whose wife he took, whose life is all fucked up now. Here, give him this check for me. From our church, so that he doesn't think that we're all complicit in that. And it's like, hey, you want to curse the whole demographic, so it's like, hey, until 10 churches step up to defy what the one church is doing, that mentality. So, I know just by saying this, probably this shit's going to happen already, because, well, those who are my agreeers are actually out there. Y'all, you. Probably at least 2 of you, maybe 3. But I know of at least 2 of you that are probably rolling with me spiritually in agreement on everything that, I enact, you see. And so it's like, and then it's the 2 different directions. It's almost like a fucking triangle, man. A triangle of power. I'm way up in the heart of the north. And then the triangle of power reaches down. It's not an even triangle. It's a weird-shaped triangle. But I looked at it, on the map. It's like, wow, that's pretty weird. But that makes a triangle, a pyramid. So, yeah, I got y'all, agreeing with me. And we're manifesting shit via our faith and our frequency firepower. And our knowledge that well, you know, you don't even really have to say it, but it like reinforces it when you do, which you already did in the Astralscape. You know, when you did some shit. So, yeah, today I managed to get a buck coffee going and get the first high colonic that I've had in a couple weeks. I needed it, man. I felt clogged with impurities and shit. And, you know, now I physically feel better as far as, like, you know, digestive tract wise. And, it's not quite dark yet, and these fuckers are wasting these good fireworks. They're just retarded. And, I mean, they'd look so much better if it was dark, you know? And then I vacuumed and shit. And I had good energy going right up until, you know, it's like I'm at the end of it here. I have to hurry up and find a place and shit. Hurry up and uproot my life, you know? And it's like, well, I hope not even one kitty gets negatively affected, you know, by it. Because, well, it's not, the kitties didn't do nothing wrong. They don't deserve to be negatively affected or have their lives, you know, lose any quality of life due to someone else's decisions, you see. So that's why, like, I didn't want any of them to be separated. I wanted to keep them all together as a family, which means even with Aslan, you know, and shit like that. But Aslan's going with me wherever I go, and now that it's pretty much, it's solidified that, hey, you know, you gotta be out of here soon, you know, la la la, July, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, well, God could, just for meanness, manifest me a hot, fine woman, you know, some success on some level. It's something, one of the many things I've had my fingers, you know, in, you know, manifest some wealth for me, shit like that, you know, or even some justice where I have independence, you know, legally and shit. I mean, there's just all kinds of shit that could happen to, like, defy this, this paradigm of, you know, I'm supposed to lose everything and it's supposed to go to someone else and all this other shit. You know, then, okay, well, you have that and I'll get even better shit, okay? You know, that's the mentality I have, you know. Just, okay, well, you know, because I'd never do any of the stuff that's been done to me to someone else. Y'all know that. I would never, in a million years, think to do it, you know, for no amount of lust or love would I do what's been done to me. And, you know, and it's like, hey, wow, it is really, it's, you know, I thought it was devastating, but I didn't know, you know, just how devastating it could be, you know, just how, you know, alone and lost and scared it can make somebody feel, you know. And that's where I'm at. It's like I'm lost and alone and scared on this planet. I'm worried about what the next thing is going to happen, you know. It's like, it's just monkey paw after monkey paw. You know, and it's like, hey, you know, yeah, we're having to keep cursing the bear fag demographic and, you know, the demographic, you know, it's like these Christians that, you know, they gotta put their Christianity in everybody else's face because, well, you know, a bear fag was put on one side of somebody and a Christian who has like Christian paraphernalia all over her desk, which is illegal. It's like, you know, fucking, and it's wrong. Make people see that shit if they don't want to see it. It's like, you know, okay, sitting there pumping their shit from both sides, opinionated ass fucking shit, because they wouldn't be happy with the life that somebody has, being a minister and having a cat ministry that, you know, helps outdoor and indoor cats, you know, rescue cats and shit. You know, it's like, make that person who was happy with that and happy with the arrangement they had in their life and their career and shit, make them feel unhappy with their life, like their life is shit, and turn them from a happy, God-gifted person who made the world happy and sunshiny all around them into a murmurer in their tent, where suddenly they're focused on their self and their own happiness instead of the being happy for making other entities happy or feel secured or comforted, you know? So it's like, it's like they cheapen people, you know? They take somebody that's golden like that. I mean, a golden entity that you can be so proud of. Yeah, that's my wife, yo. That minister right by my side, you see? We're doing this shit for God against the world. Fuck y'all and your animal hatred, right? And it's like, take that golden entity and cheapen it and tarnish it and turn it into somebody that they would walk away from that and totally just demolish it and let it get demolished so that they could go have some other kind of happiness. You see? That's that faggy shit, man. That bare faggy, you want to suck a dick and you want to make God puke while you do it. You know, it's like, goddamn, you know, at least one person in a situation where there's two dudes and there's two dicks, at least one person has to be fucking feminine, okay? Because if they're both masculine, that's got God puking looking at that spirit memory, you see? And they create these spirit memories of this nastiness, man, you know? And it's like, you know, it's not what enters into a man that defiles him, it's what comes out of him, you know? And this little faggot doesn't realize that, hey, you know, all the dick sucking in the world you did negatively affect shit. Like you talking shit to somebody at work, you see? Talking about how, you know, how little I am compared to other guys and shit. So you make, you know, just any guy with a driver's license and a job look like a goddamn fucking knight in shining armor to her. You know, you're just fucking foul, man. Ben, if you ever hear this, and if you ever hear this, you nasty cursed entities, you're fucked. And you got fags fucking hit now. You little bare faggy motherfuckers better learn to shave, bitch. Better learn to fucking goddamn wear a wig and put on some lipstick and some eyeliner when you're sucking dick. For real, stop fucking grossing God out, you nasty motherfuckers. Maybe you gross him out so bad that he just wanted you to fucking come at me like this so that I'd fucking come back at you with reciprocity. Because now you're fucked. Fuck you. You talk shit against me to where, you know, you turned somebody into a murmurer in their tent. They weren't happy anymore with what they had. They weren't happy with the golden life they had. Golden life, man. Motherfucker to worship them so bad they could go do whatever they want with whoever they want, as long as they just come home and keep the ministry and the life going, you know? And it's like, hey, man, how much smaller is somebody that, you know, I don't know, everybody else sent her back, you know? So I don't understand, you know. I guess I'm enraged today. Because, you know, it's like I get that when I'm under pressure. I've got to try and find, you know, a way to, you know, fix my life suddenly, you know? I suddenly got to create a different life for myself. And my animals got to have a different life. You know, it's dictated to us. You know, and suddenly God's just a pussy running with his tail between his legs. He might as well drop down and suck a dick with the rest of the faggots. Because it's like, hey, what happened to whatever I put together, let no man put asunder? So where's your anger and your rage? Where's your fire from the sky, nigga? It's like, for real, I want to see you do something. Because I'm a real motherfucking minister. I have real expectations of God, like a real motherfucker that's in touch with him, you know? I could never do it because of the character they have from being connected to God. I can never do the shit that's been done to me. You know, it's like I couldn't look myself in the mirror, motherfucker. I'd have to kill my motherfucking self. Damn, I'm doing that? Really? Fuck, I can't jack off? Fuck, can't find my own bitch nowhere? You know, damn, look at what I'm burning down, yo. Huh? It's like, see, motherfuckers that don't know motherfucker who believe fucking lies for motherfuckers who hate me and they're jealous of me because they're just dope fiends and nasty motherfuckers. It's like, yeah, it's easy to fucking goddamn attack that cartoon entity that you know, entity that don't really exist. But see, that ain't even me. That motherfucker never took a minute to try and get to know me, who the real me is. So gonna talk shit against me. You see? We're gonna make this longer to keep those who are just watching us on Motuphi away, you know? They don't watch the longer videos. So this is especially for y'all. 3 of you at the most. I don't care. I don't care how little the numbers get. 1 of you. You know, at any given time when you're watching the video, it's just 1 of you anyway, you know? It's me and you at that moment. At no given time, But see, that's the beauty of the low numbers. That's where, you know, you guys are smarter like that. You have that spiritual demand intimacy that at no given time is my video getting watched by someone else while you're watching it. You know? So you have, it's just you and me. It's just us here right now. And the dog back there scraping the fuck out of the floor like he's gonna fluff it up for himself. This is some, this doobie here. It's Pineapple Express shake with a menagerie of different nuggets tossed in, some Gorilla Glue, some Kalkushka, which that's probably only big around here, and some gooberry, and I think some member, whatever it's called. Thought I'd smoke this with you guys tonight. I'm gonna be able to take $30 out of the bank tomorrow. A payday to go on the little bus to get a couple more grams. See, it's really hard to get by. I have enough weed to get by. No matter what I do, no matter how I handle shit. So, I don't know. It's like my life got reduced to walking up to the river. And, you know, it got sad. Got this snitch sitting over here and his snitchy little wife. So it's like, you know, dude, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, man. I'm in a fucking fishbowl, yo. Can you imagine? Can you imagine not being able to do anything? I mean, you can't do nothing, yo. Imagine it. You can't just go driving away. You know? You can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? You can walk your little dog. Big hurrah. Well, nobody hired you. Because, well, on top of not having a fucking driver's license, you have a record. So it's like, there you go. It's like, wow, how'd all the motherfuckers get jobs with records? And they have more recent records. And they get jobs, real jobs, paper jobs, where they get paychecks and shit. Making 1 week when I'm making a month, you know? I don't ever have any money, man. Because I'm so used to being able to get money, you know, with my own two hands. And I never adjusted to this welfare handout level shit, you know. It's not me. It's no more me than dealing dope. And you know, I look back at the times when I was, because it happened more than once, when I was handed dope on the front from somebody that could have kept supplying me, and I didn't go sell the dope. I just gave it right back to him. I still remember it happened twice. And it's like, I wish now I would have took that dope and sold it and just kept doing it. And, you know, because, well, I didn't get no credit, you know, for all the, you know, being buckled down and shit. And I had the street trying to empower me on a different level with higher quality, higher grade, different dope. It was kind of like them times when I was offered pussy by other dudes' women. And I turned it down like a little faggot. You know, I guess I'm just a fag, man. Because, well, anybody else would have fucked those bitches. You know? In every instance. Not Vinny, though. Little fag. Little abide by some kind of moral, non-existent moral standard to a God who proves to be non-existent when you need him to be there for you. You know, you need him to stand behind his word and he won't do it. I'm gonna wait for this to click over. I'm gonna have to put it in the movie maker. See, I forgot about that. That totally sucks. I need a fucking camera that I can just record as long as I talk, and just then I can just upload it instead of this bullshit because it hit 20 minutes. Then it's gotta start a whole new video, and I have to put it in a movie maker to make one video out of it. It's like, you know, it's dumb as fuck. Can't believe it does it. And the first time it did it, it lost some good information in the video too. Because I was talking fast and I was, you know, lit up in the spirit. And I still remember it. It was like the piece that was missing was an integral piece that he couldn't make sense of the rest of the paragraph before it or after it. It's like, shit. So I had to cut the whole paragraph out just to, you know, cut out confusion. So, you know, that's an instance where information can get lost if you ain't paying attention to the time. For those who have always accused me of being a time watcher, for being able to stop my videos right at 15, it's not hard to, like, okay, it's right there in my face, clicking away as I'm looking at the camera, you know, the LED display. So it's like, when it hits 14, I know to start wrapping it up. If I want to stop it at 15 and put it on a channel that I haven't verified. Which, you know, I'm not going to verify every channel. I verified one. That's all I'm going to do. Fuck all that dumb shit. And I did the one so I could upload longer videos that have nothing to do with any of this. And here I've created a sub-channel from it that also has the verification. And both of those channels I can use for these long talk videos. You know, as long as I don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? As well, there's a technological entity monitoring, and it misconstrues a lot of what I say because of the way I say it. And you know, I come from people where we have a way of wording shit where it's almost artistic and how violent it can sound, you know, and how stupid it is at the same time. You know, it's just dumb as fuck if you think about it. So yeah, I'm like, I'm reeling with the emotional, like, hit. You know, today, I was talking with the Lord. It's like, yeah, remember when I had someone that pretended like they were with me? And this was every woman, you know, it wasn't just one. They always pretend like they're with you, but when they're not with you, you know, anyone else can fuck them, you know, so they're not really with you. I mean, when you have a woman that's with you, someone else will try to come on to him and they'll be like, oh no, you know, not if he's not part of it or didn't condone it, or, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't tell me to do anything with you, so I'm not going to. You know, when you have a woman that's with you, she's going to have a different response than, you know, dropping down and sucking the dick or opening her legs, you know, or even kissing a motherfucker, you know, letting them violate her personal space in any way. She's down with you. Her personal space is now your personal space, you see. We just had up here coexisting and, you know, sharing the resources, a skunk and a homeless kitty. They were both out there together, sharing the water and the food. It was like the last 10 minutes I've been talking to you guys. The skunk's finally gone, and so is the kitty. The kitty just ran across the street. Pardon me. And just, I thought I'd throw that in there, that, hey, while we're sitting here talking, behind me, and, you know, behind this little minivan, they were out there coexisting. Hey, did I say in a previous video, did you guys catch it, where I put some Freon in this thing and the air seems like it wants to blow cold? So, you know what I mean? in the heat, it's going to seem really cold compared to what it was when it was cold out. And so it might be like I had a car before that it had a slow leak, a slow Freon leak. So I kept cans of Freon in the trunk with the little chargy hose. And when it would run out, which it didn't, it would take it like a month to run out, you know. So I only had to like charge, you know, put another can in it, you know, for it to get down where it needed a can. I could feel it was losing the power. You know, it's like I'd put another can in it, you know, it only took it like 3 cans for the summer. And that was back when you could get the cans cheap if you bought them in a case. And Lisa's dad always bought, Mike, he always bought a case for himself, his wife, and his daughter's vehicles, which one of Lisa's vehicles was always my vehicle. You know, she had 2 vehicles and one of them was always mine. And you know, I was kicking it with God today about that, and it's like, you know, now I'm walking and the world feels cold and different because, well, there's nobody pretending to be with me anymore. And I'm just, you know, I'm rigidly, harshly awake to the reality, the cold, hard reality of being alone on the planet, you know? And, you know, it's just like, the only thing that softened it up is, you know, Aslan is oblivious to it. And, you know, I mean, he knows we're living different now. He's living different now. You know, there's no more sleeping with mommy and getting picked up in the middle of the night and taken for a walk and then dropped back on his bed. You know, none of that shit. That's not his room anymore. You know, his room is wherever my room is, you know, at any place that I go. Because, well, you know, I'm not going to have him off of the people behind doors and shit with him in any capacity, in any instance. And I have to get him attuned to that and trained to that. You know, that it's just as wrong to end up in a situation where you're behind a door with somebody, you know. You see, and I want him to be like where he avoids those situations. He's a smart little dog. He can learn, you know. Lisa taught him how to play hide and seek and peekaboo, and he still plays hide and seek, man, and peekaboo. You know, like today, he played hide and seek. He went and hit a ball, and then he was hiding in the grass, and he thought I couldn't see him, and I was looking right over at him, and I could see him, and I could see he had a big, happy grin on his face. He just was happy, you know, happy cheesing motherfucker, man, you know, because he thought he was hiding from me and shit. So I'm like, uh-oh, where'd Aslan go? Scooby-Doo, where are you? You know, you Scooby-Dooing me? And then he goes off, trotting out all happy and shit. Yeah, I was hiding, you know. And he still does that. He plays hide and seek and shit. Or he's Scooby-Dooing me. So, it's like it's a weird world now to sit in the driveway here at Lisa's house. And it's like it's not my house, too, you know. I'm like a guest I'm on my way out. And I have to find my own place to go. And I won't be engaged in my ministries here anymore. And, you know, all that shit. It's like, it's just so weird. It's so weird to witness God let it happen, you know? I mean, you know, I know that he'll let adultery happen. He had a prophet that, you know, committed adultery, and God told him stay with her, you know? And it was kind of why, you know, I walked the way I walked, you see? Took it as like a ministry and shit. And then it's like she popped out all kinds of babies by all these other dudes, this prophet's wife. And God had the prophet named the babies stuff that would let her know that, hey, he knows that you're fucking around on him. Like one of the kids' name was, it translated into English to mean, you are not my kid. You know, in so many words. I'm like paraphrasing it. It's probably not exactly how I mean, but it's like, you know, that's what it means. You know, you are not my kid. Bastard son or some bullshit like that. Son of adultery, I forgot. But it's like, you know, you are not my kid is the simplest translation. And it's like, you know, he named all the kids like that, where it's like, you know, hey, they were embarrassing names of, you know, an adulterous mother, you see. And they were like, the names of the kids were the mark on the mother. And the names of the kids were named by God, not the prophet. The prophet had the right to name them as the father. And he named them what God said name them. So that was the weird thing about that. As God marked this woman with the names of her children. So it was weird that God is so interactive then. It's, now it's like, hey, well, we can do whatever we want. And God ain't gonna do shit. We can willfully sin. We can have an agenda that's self-serving, and we can trample out God's agendas. We can trample out his ministers, and chase them off from their posts and shit. What's weird is, like, I got a visit on the Astralscape the other day from some monks. They got hit. They got attacked and killed, murdered. And the monks were trying to comfort me on the Astralscape. And it was some weird shit. I can't even really explain that in words, where you could understand what the fuck the experience was like. But it was a weird experience, the weirdest Astralscape experience I've ever had. And I've had some pretty weird Astralscape experiences with some really weird entities. And, nothing tops that. A bunch of murdered monks is some spooky shit, yo. Okay? And then when they got a disposition where they're still trying to, do good shit and be monkly, it's like, wow, y'all should be some angry motherfuckers getting revenge. And yeah, you are doing this shit like angels and shit, But they know about the spirit scan, and they know that God's going to get revenge for them. Those who killed them will get time looped as them being murdered by them. So it's like they get to kill themselves. Kind of like rapists get to rape themselves when they get put in the bodies of their victims. There's a whole new meaning to go fuck yourself, don't it? But they didn't take God too literal on that, and there's no getting around it. Do unto others what you want done unto you. When you die and get time as your victims. If you don't victimize somebody, you don't get time with death. Did you know that? Imagine the entities that are going to get time looped as me. And they're finally going to get to see themselves through my eyes and see how horrible they were, How unjust. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, unjust. There was no justice in how I was treated. How I was regarded. Because, here's how I feel now. It's like I just want to be invisible. But I don't want to be here, Since I'm not wanted here, I don't want to be here. And I wish I could, just not be here, You know what I'm saying? Because, well, I'm not appreciated and I'm not wanted here. So I want to be somewhere where I'd be appreciated and wanted. Where there's, it can be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what I am can't be reciprocated here. And it can't be appreciated here. So, that's not any statement on myself, man, because I do all that I can. I mean, y'all know that I'm sick. And I push myself to do shit that, is actually beyond my abilities sometimes. Like cutting the grass, Fuck, man. I'm fucked up, especially, and it's like I worry that people can tell when I'm cutting the grass. This guy looks like he's going to fall over. Because I really am sometimes about to fall over. And I'm just like, I'm conning myself in the continuing, take the next step, lean into the mower, lean into the mower. You can do it. You can do one more pass, one more swipe, And it's like, you don't feel nothing in your chest. That's not a headache, Yeah, I don't know. I pushed myself too hard today on too little, I guess, because when I was out with Aslan, and Aslan has me walk down and up 2 sets of stairs out of those 3 sets every time we go, and it's said that the wealthy spot's going to be too overgrown and mosquito-ridden soon to go there and sit, You still go stand, but you won't be able to sit. Yeah, it's like I get that step reaction when I'm going down steps and coming back up steps twice, and then today it's like, coming out the first set of stairs, it's like, whoa. And then coming up the second set, I stood there and I held onto the railing, and I literally heard myself warn myself to step away from the steps before I fell back, in case I fell back, so I wouldn't fall down the steps. Which will probably break my neck, at least crack my head open, splatter my brains. So it's like, yeah, wow, this is how fucked up I am physically, that, I'm having to make sure I don't fall and hurt myself because I'm spinning and I'm dizzy and nauseated and shit. So, yeah. Everything got creepy for me, It's creepy now. I'm waiting for a miracle, a few of them. Money miracle or success miracle, Some things that would be like ultimate revenge. An awesome woman who would dote on me and actually really love me, For a change, it just would be so often. I mean, if God did create a woman who could love me, right now would be the time for her to swoop in. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he created a woman like that. For real, though. I mean, not one that's not already wore out. You see? I mean, it's easier, decide you can buckle down to one dude once you've already done it all, So, I don't know, yeah. That's kind of why I wanted to go, like, really young and fresh, I guess. It sounds nasty, but it's not really because, once a woman's been there and done that, I don't really see her as being able to, hold it for you, you know what I'm saying? Or a woman that hasn't been there and done that doesn't have anything to compare you to, really, And doesn't have a lot of experiences to compare you to, so you can be like the guy that's helping her expand her horizons. And, the most awesome sex she's ever had, all that, you can be that guy. Instead of, somebody that is, probably not as big or as good as somebody she's had before, you see. So, yeah, there's that. It's like, you're competing against memories, physical and mental, when you're with somebody older. So, and I want, like, a sexual relationship. I want that to be, like, the strength of it, the core of it. If we don't have the sex, I don't really want anything else. You see what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with that. For me, it's almost like I would want to jump to the sex first, see if that's going to be any good, because if it's not between us, then, well, why try to invest anything else? I don't want to be with somebody else that we're like brother and sister or roommates or something, And, she's fucking somebody else, and everybody else, but she's not fucking me. I've already been there and done that. And now I want to be with somebody that, oh yeah, she loves to fuck, but she loves to fuck me. Oh yeah, she loves to do 69s and suck dick, but she wants to do it with me. Everything she likes to do, she wants to do with me. You see? So it's like I'm that special conduit that if I'm not there, she doesn't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? Had to wait. Got people walking. Dude is drunk as shit. I mean, he's stumbling so bad. You gotta wonder, does he even know where he's at? I'm glad I didn't have my door or window open. Fucking hitting a cigarette. He probably would have fucking came over. Can I hit that? Yeah. Oh, I'm so grateful for my little dog. I just love Aslan so much, man. It's like, can't wait to get him a nice big place and get him a big protected puppy dog. And get him a big dog to protect him. Yeah. We gotta do some shit. I ain't finding what I'm looking for. I guess I'll look here. Talk a little lower. It's quiet. Did you hear that? That's from down on the corner, little kid. That's how voices carry around here. It's a weird thing. It's like an echoey sound stage around here. And it almost seems like it's not real. I'll give you an example. If you're not in the same construct with me, it doesn't mean that we can't like communicate via text and phone, email, and that I can't make videos that y'all can see, but the view counts are going to be really low, alright? If I'm not in the same construct where you are. The view counts are going to be really low, not due to censoring, but due to other factors, alright? Think about it for a second, and it's like it'll dawn on you, wow, yeah. And there's actually other entities you've seen on YouTube. We have low view counts. And they seem otherworldly to you as well, and to me. Because, well, they're not in the same construct with me, but they're in a construct similar to the one I'm in, the construct within the construct. So, if we're not in the same construct, you're not going to come to me. Something will make you not able to come to me. Like, okay, recently someone was going to cross state lines to come to me, and suddenly you had to stay home. You see what I'm saying? And it stayed that way until, well, this fervor to come to me was gone. It took a couple months, didn't it? For, like, you know, I'm coming, Vinny. I'm gonna come rescue you. I'm gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Now the fervor is gone. The entity is not coming. So now, you see what I'm saying? There's no more, oh, you gotta stay at home. Now it's open back up for the attack without this entity to help. You know, I don't think that she could flat out rescue me. But I do think that she could be like a great help. I mean, just being in my life and, you know, coming to me and all that stuff, you know, in a lot of ways. In a lot of other ways, she'd be baggage because, well, she'd be a distraction because, well, you know how you're protective, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like if you're a male soldier on the field, you're protective of the female soldier, that mentality. Yeah, that's kind of where we'd be. Where it's like, okay, I'm on a battlefield, man, and became so aware of it that when, you know, like the coast was calling in 2012, I was aware that Lisa would be endangered by it, and I turned around and came back here, and actually made people mad at me that I stood people up that had set up a show around me, you know. So, trying to figure out why this person in this pickup truck keeps driving by. And, you know, it's like, is it the woman hanging out outside of her house that just moved in down there that we heard her kid when I had the door open? And they're down there wandering around in their yard in the dark. And this person keeps driving by in their pickup truck. And it's like, you know, you're trying to get her attention, or you're trying to see what's happening here in this little minivan. You know, I don't know. People acting spooky. Another thing I find spooky is the CB, how some nights it's just completely dead. There's absolutely no talking whatsoever. Then other nights, there's a bunch of people talking all at once and trying to sing over each other and shit. Goes a big black cat. Now, I don't think that's a homeless cat. I think that's somebody's cat. And they let it out, and it didn't go back home at night, or they let it out at night. And I think that cat beats the hell out of some of the homeless cats. And it thinks that all this shit is its shit. Okay? And you see him, he's almost like he's hunting the cats. Oh, that went drunk, dude. Okay, I was going to say, he's making rounds, this black cat. But he went down the sidewalk. I went to go down the street on the sidewalk, and this drunk dude was coming up the road, up the sidewalk. So he went back up the driveway like he was headed to the other bowl of food, like he was doing a perimeter guard and this shit. But he's not. He just wanted to get away from dude. He was afraid of dude. Dude is kind of scary. He's walking funny. Like, you know, like he's barely conscious. Like, he couldn't put another drop of alcohol in this guy. He'd fall over. For real. It's like how he's out walking around. Don't nobody love him or care about him? People were probably saying that about me when I was out walking around with Aslan in the middle of the night, falling down on the ice, laying there, fucking passed out for God knows how long before I woke up. And Aslan was such a good little dog, just was right there next to me, you know? And, yeah, and then I was fucking standing out here in the cold, fucking freezing. He was sitting there shivering and shit. You know? And the cop finally felt sorry for us and, you know, did the shit he did to get us in. But, man, it was like, that was a horrible night. I haven't drank that shit since then. I finished up that bottle that day, and that was it. I haven't touched the red berry. But, you know, I still have a double shot glass in my satchel that I carry around with me in case I ever run into somebody that wants to drink a bottle of it with me. You know? Which, you know, I'll probably buy me a bottle of it when I get moved out. You know, I'm going to go into a different mode, a different spiritual mode and everything. I'll probably go more towards the transgender shit, get me some hormones, and try and get some laser done, you know, at least to my face. In the areas that grow really fast, like my chest and my crotch, between my butt cheeks and stuff, you know. The other areas I could probably see. Now the black cat didn't take off. He's hanging out up on the thing. Maybe that's not somebody's cat. I don't know. I'm trying to see if it looked like he sprayed. Or if he just looked like he was trying to get in the door. See if it's somebody's cat, he'll try and get in the door. If you're homeless cat, he'll spray while he's up by the door. He may not spray the door, but he'll spray up by it. It looked like he might have went up there and either tried to get in the door or spray. I couldn't tell. He was behind a garbage can. And then he trotted down. He's going to be going by here pretty soon again. This time there's no drunk dude walking up the street. I got Aslan's lady leash out here with us. After I'm done talking to y'all, I'm going to take him for a quick little walk. There he goes, black kitty headed across the street. He's going stalking after them other homeless kitties. Yeah. I feel bad for them because this fucker is a big, huge, mean-looking cat, alright? He looks like he can kick some ass. And a couple of them homeless kitties are little cats, man. Like one of them is super skinny and shit. So I don't know. And then another one's just a little kitten. And then the other one has an injured leg, an injured paw. So it's like, fuck, man. It's a hell of a group we got going here this time. Now, the ones that got murdered in 2017, they all look like calendar cats. They all looked well kept. Even though they weren't. They lived under the bushes across the street. The bushes that are gone now. Due to the white devilism. It's just, you know, in a way I'm going to be so happy to be gone from here because I won't have to witness it anymore. Every day I look over at this house and it's like the Coles being gone, you know, and how they got ran off and how their ministry got closed down and how the cats that they were taking care of and I was helping take care of, they got murdered right on their own property, poisoned right on their own property. You know, it's like by this evil white devil fucking monstrous fucking child-minded fucker that shouldn't be allowed to walk the street. It's like, for real, he should be in a mental institution. This fucker's running around poisoning people's animals and shit, threatening people with shovels and vats of acid, pouring accelerant on people's fucking houses and in their goddamn cats' food. It's like, you know, this is a crazy motherfucker, man. And he has a driver's license. It's like, this is somebody that he could go into a rage and run me over if he saw me on the sidewalk. You know, I don't feel safe with this fucker out walking around, you know? It's like, I really do expect to have to pull my knife or my fucking mace out if I see him on the street while I'm out walking my dog. Because I really do think that he thinks he's so above the law that he can approach me and fuck with me if we were walking, you see? Because he has been above the law so far because, well, you know, what you got here is a bunch of redneck inbreds with badges and shit, bullies, the town bullies and shit. And that's the police force, you know. People that are on his level, you know, hang out on his porch and shit. Their parents hang out on his porch. So it's like, yeah, he's above the law. He can do what he wants. He can kill cats, torture them. He can fucking torture wildlife, skunks and shit, you know. He can do whatever he wants and violate whatever federal law he wants, and there won't be anything said. He won't get, nothing will happen to him. Domestic terrorism is a violation of federal law. You see, what he has done to me, just because I feed cats, homeless cats, what he has done to me, that's domestic terrorism, man. You know, he poured accelerant on the house and shit. You know, he poured fucking poison in goddamn food, man, you know, for animals that I feed. You know, this motherfucker, he didn't pay me back for the food. He didn't pay me back for the bowls he destroyed. He didn't pay me back for the fucking, you know, never came over and cleaned the shit off the garage. He's got the mind of a child. His wife has the mind of a child. She should have hired somebody to come clean the garage off, you know? If you're a child-minded fucking little brutally fucking child-minded man, can't be imposed upon to grow some testicles and come over like a man and clean that garage off, then, you know, you should fucking, since you let them run around loose, go buy some goddamn, some help to go do what your child-minded man won't do. The man thing, clean the fucking shit off the garage. You vandalous white trash motherfuckers, trailer park trash with a house. It's like, yeah, these motherfuckers are trailer park trash, man. Fuck people's property up and not even fucking try and fix it. So now there's a stain on the side of the goddamn garage, man. It's like how the bitch can sit there and look at it and not fucking be like, you know, just, you know, turning Pete red. It's like, you know, just living up to prophecy, man. Fucking, you know, neither can they blush, you know. Just, they don't have no sense of shame, man. Some entities, man. And, you know, that's where I've been at with this fucker. Is like, you know, hey, man, You know, you can get 3 different agencies over a fucking civil infraction, and you can commit fucking federal fucking crimes, yo. Wow, you know? What I did was the equivalent of nuisance shit, you know? What you're doing, motherfucker, you get on the news. Yeah. Motherfuckers be all up on your house and shit with cameras, fucking talking about how you poison animals and shit, nigga. You know? So yeah, the sky's kind of clear. The moon's right above us almost, and there's some stars and shit. The moon's not a full moon. It's missing about, I don't know, a quarter, a third. I'm finally tired, and the camera's finally tired too. The battery's almost dead. Yeah, so we'll be calling it a night. See what time do we talk to tonight? 10:42. Right. It'll probably be almost midnight time I upload the shit. I don't really have to get up early or anything, I don't think. I mean, kind of early because I have to be on the 12 o'clock bus. Of course, I could take the 2 o'clock. So, yeah. Or I'm going to be taking a bus. I probably prefer to take the noon bus. So I do have to kind of get up early, but not real early. So yeah, I'm gonna walk Aslan here real quick down to the doctor's office. No long walk or nothing. And then go in and put this together and upload it for y'all. Take my teeth out and probably masturbate and go to sleep. And it's like, you know, I'm just waiting for miracles here. I have faith they can happen. I have faith that this awesome shit can manifest into my life. Just like, you know, y'all did for, you know, what we do. We're like, you know, astral warriors and shit. Okay, I got a little bit of that doobie left. A few hits. I don't really get high off of it. Of course, I don't get high anymore off of weed. That's probably why it was easier to swing me over to drinking when Lisa started bringing that stuff home. Just to get a buzz on something, you know. Alright, I guess that's it for us tonight. We did almost a whole hour. That's a long time to talk nothing but shit. I'm grateful to y'all for your support and for your attention, for watching the video and stuff. And I hope it's going good for you. It's going better than it is for me, because, well, I really do feel like, you know, like someone must feel when they're standing in their city after it's been bombed and you look all around and there's nothing. It's all destroyed, you know, and you're just devastated because, well, you know you have to move on because you can't go to the store. Can't do anything. It's all been bombed. It's destroyed. And it kind of feels like they must feel, you know. That's how I feel. It's like I just look around and everything's so different now. And it kind of really hurts so bad. You know, that it's like it's hard to crawl out of the foxhole, get to the next location, you know. But Soldiers gotta do what they're called to do on the mission field, right? So, we make our advances where we have to. PM in Grayling. I've been hearing that every night for the last how many nights now? Probably 2-3 months. Easy. Is kitty alive? You okay, little kitty? Huh? What's the matter with your little kitty? Aslan. Okay, he was okay until he was gonna let me pet him until Aslan chased him away. You retarded fuck. Thought something was wrong with him. He's just laying there. You're a retarded little asshole, man. Chase off the kitty like that. It's a nice night out. High 50s, low 60s. Getting into stuff, huh? You'd be sick there. Yeah, it's pretty clear night. We'll pull it on the leash. I'm going straight. I look like it does that shit. I have to walk them up underneath me to get them to stop. Macy used to work here at the doctor's office. He still thinks he can walk up to that back door and go in it. We used to walk up here all the time. We used to walk her to work, then walk up here at lunchtime to get her, and walk her back up here, and then come up here to get her to walk home. So he went in here a few times a day. His first year with us, before she moved over to where she's at now. This is our typical nighttime walk. We usually come here. Coming this way is less mosquitoes than going over by the river. At night, for some reason, the mosquitoes are pretty bad in the summertime. But sometimes we do like go walk the main drag over by the hospital, hang out at the gazebo. He likes to hang out at the gazebo, watch traffic go by. Changed that funeral home since when we first moved in here. It faces this way now, and all the trees that used to be there are gone. Where that light pole is, there used to be a bunch of pine trees. I don't know why everybody around here cut their pine trees down, but a whole bunch of people did. He's still going to go for the end of the fence to the right. Shadows everywhere. Cast the 3 shadows at one time. And imagine his little eyes, you have to adjust where you can see past the light. If you get in areas where it's dark. bears hang out. Looks like I'm walking an invisible dog, don't it? He didn't stop at the pole. Keep going. This is somebody's yard, yo. You want to stop and pee all over their fence like a dick. I do let them hit the corner because every other dog probably does it too. But I don't let him do it for long. And then he doesn't get to hit the other corner. See, he wants to stop his sniff and shit. He doesn't get to do all that. No celebrating what you did. Fuck that. Bad enough you did it. Here we are, already back at the corner. That's our corner right there. See that big 5G light they put in? Yeah, we were talking about the constructs and how you can't get to me if you're not in the construct. So you'll be distracted, you won't want to. Or you won't be able to. Something will happen and make you unable to. And it just seemed natural and normal. I imagine in some of these constructs there's very few players that are not, non-playable. You know what I'm saying? Entities, characters, whatever. There's 72 straight down there at the light. Just go straight, you're on 72. Well, that's a toxic side, buddy. Actually, both sides are through here. I can kind of smell it still in the mothballs. Yeah, I'm pretty close in front of me here. Alright, we're back. There's a super cool little bitty bear right there. There's the lighthouse. He wants to be in the rose bushes so bad.